Hi there, Cancer. Welcome to Jive Tarot and your October 9 card spiritual. So, how the retrograde treat y'all? I mean, like, for real. I felt like I was stuck in a swamp with, like, only a machete and some bug spray. Let's get your overall energy. See how that's working out for you. I was in premeditation. I got so overly anxious. It's like a full-blown panic attack. So I hope your reading comes out just a little bit better than that. Four of Pentacles. There it is. And the Tower. Oh my gosh. And some boundaries. So no, it really doesn't look like you are coping very well. It seems like you're very much clinging to something that is dissipating or removing itself from your energy field. I, I see some sort of clearing the air. A Seven of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Nine of Cups. So it almost seems like the faster and easier, and it's not going to be fast and it's not going to be easy. But with the Five of Cups in reverse here, I feel like the faster and easier we get over this, and it could be this month that you're dealing with this clinging to, this control, right? Clearing the air and finding or focusing on your own happiness instead of controlling the outcome of people around you. Now, this could be like, it could just be something. And yes, it's in there, Cancer. I know it's in there. So don't try to tell me it's not. We get this expectation or this longing for an outcome or people that we want in our lives and we want to remain in our lives. And when they act a certain way or act out of the preconceived map that we've drawn out in our mind, then it sets us to a standard. But sometimes these things are meant to fall away and not necessarily always forever. Just long enough to understand some things and get to the issue, right? Let's go into your past, present, future. Person that you're dealing with. Now, it's very important during this reading to go ahead and just take what resonates. This is a collective reading. How would you have dealt with it in the past? There you go. That's how you would have dealt with it in the past. So what is leading you to cling so tightly to it? This is the advice. And look, I say it with utmost support and compassion that it's not the easiest thing to let go of a lover or a home situation. Conscious and subconscious. And the bottom of the deck. There you go. For the most part, the only thing that I really see being an issue in this current situation is our inability to trust and let go. See, when we try to cling too tightly or we try to stop things from happening in our energetic field around us, it causes a disturbance that doesn't necessarily need to be there, making mountains out of molehills. When, if we would just trust, release, and relax, we would float to the surface, right? Like the dead man float or a drunk man in a car accident. Just kind of relax and let things happen, because your need to hold on to it seems to be stopping you from receiving it. As a person that you're dealing with, yes, they are waiting for something to grow. They are waiting for something to come about. With the Three of Wands here, right? See how he's intently like attached to the outcome of these things as they grow, as they sprout, as they change, as they produce, right? And like what they're trying to teach you is that it's all right to give these things attention and water, right? I can do two things at one time. I do not have to be completely and overly obsessively focused on one thing or the other. Relationships and things in our life should be very, very supportive of other things that we would like to do in our lives. I think I had this kind of reading for Libra also, right? Yes. Okay. So you may feel a little bit alienated at this time with the Five of Pentacles in their energetic field. They're walking away, removing themselves, focusing on something else, giving water attention to something else. Your current energy is this hermit, right? This fearful, ashamed, and it's all right, Cancer. We know that you're a little bit more a water sign. I mean, to keep it in perspective, you are a water sign. You are very emotional, and that is perfectly fine. It is what we expect of you. It's what we need of you. Just try not to let it get in the way, because in the most recent past, you were seeing things analytically and finding the time or the common ground to merge each individual aspect of yourself and refine it, like temperance, right? I see in your subconscious mind, though, it's very, very in your conscious mind. With the King of Wands in reverse, it's almost like revengeful, arrogant, like you feel like stepping out on the relationship itself because this person isn't around or they're not there to comfort you or focus on you. And that's not what's going on. I do not feel like they're leaving the relationship. They're just trying to enhance or add to the relationship. You understand? In the past, you would have let this go completely, right? The Four of Wands in your advice, though, now that I'm starting to see things just a little bit more clearly, grip it loosely, right? Because the Four of Wands is still there, although it is a little bit tumultuous, a little bit unsupportive or unstable. It is still there. It's in your energy. So that's a really, really good sign. Understand that it's there. Understand that, yes, it's a bit of a mess right now, but I've got to go to the soccer game. So, you know, I see finding that balance, right? We are trying to find a balance with the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, right? Leg day, for instance. I overly work out my legs. Well, then I can't walk on them for a minute, you know? But it's not because they're completely falling away or falling short. It's because they are getting stronger and they are learning how to encompass or incorporate more things into their energy field. This is kind of really exciting as long as you see the positive aspects of the outcome, right? As long as I'm in a negative frame of mind or a worrying or a clinging state of or frame, have the capacity to completely pull it down and make this an uncommitted or a divorce or a separation, right? In your subconscious, I do see the Four of Cups, right? This is, it's, I'm not seeing that. I'm refusing that. I'm refusing to accept that into my life. But if it means so much to your person, why wouldn't you try to at least incorporate it? All right. So this is a time for you to be able to trust your intuition. You lean on and use your higher state of consciousness, right? Your wisdom, what you've learned. Has this person ever really gone anywhere? Have they ever really stepped out, or have they ever really forsaken you? Honestly, take honest inventory and trust your gut here, because there's something that you know that you're refusing, right? There's something that you feel like you're not growing to incorporate or encompass. But this King of Wands, I don't think those people know where they're going. They keep going back and forth, the sirens. It's a parade. All right, so with the King of Wands and the Ten of Wands here, this is a lot of fire energy. There's a lot going on in your head, kind of reflecting of this tower and an inability to let go, right? You seem to be walling off blessings or issues that could grow or help. What's with the Hermit? Hmm. All right. So this Hermit, he's rather fearful. You understand? He's rather scared and hiding. But with the Nine of Pentacles, it's kind of leading me to believe that you should be very comfortable where you're at. You should be in your comfort zone where you're at. You should be a little bit more confident. Look, I have done this. I have succeeded in this. This is what I have. And just because it's not right here, right now, just because it's watering the garden or trying to get a garden, and I don't even like eggplants, for God's sake, doesn't mean that my partner doesn't like eggplants. And I'm still trying to support my partner. But how I do that this month is I'll go ahead and find some peace and some comfort within myself, right? Start my own little hobby, perhaps, not by running around, cheating, adding more weight or animosity, and then thereby destroying the relationship. Bottom of the deck here is that right behind it is the acceptance, right? We have the Four of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups. There's some sort of acceptance to this, accepting them for who they are, accepting them for what they want to do, and kind of understanding where we can be more supportive by finding something that we enjoy, right? A hobby that we like. Yes. All right. There's the Six of Swords in reverse. So the doorway that they could be opening is, yes, I do have the capacity to appreciate and give water and emotion and time and compassion to something that is outside of the relationship that I would like to bring into the relationship. I'm not talking about another person. I am not talking, I'm talking about gardening. I'm talking about a hobby. I'm talking about playing music on the weekends. I'm I'm talking about getting something else to enhance, and I'm going to say it again, enhance our lives together and our relationship. It's not a threat. It's a promise of a bigger, better future and tomorrow if it is handled correctly. Understand? About the Hierophant, though. Tell me more about the Hierophant. Oh, okay. This King of Wands is out again. So, King of Wands in the upright. Sure, steadfast, leading by example, treating people how you would like to be treated. That's the overall message that I'm getting. And the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups in reverse. We're not trying to bring up old things, old situations. We can be wary of them, but we're not in that past instance anymore. And we're going to stop bringing it into our energy field by reminiscing on what other people did to us or what maybe happened when we first started dating or I first started this job. There's a lot of cups. So I'm thinking that this is a relationship, right? We're kind of balancing work and home life. And now we're balancing work, home life, and hobbies. We're just getting stronger. That's all this is. It feels like it's falling apart. It feels like you're losing control, but we're just getting stronger. So now I'm going to look into the person that you're dealing with. I want to see 3 cards for their subconscious. I want to see 2 cards for their conscious. And I want to see 1 card for how they're showing face, right? Let's dig. Can I please see 3 cards for the person that Cancer is dealing with, their subconscious? Mmm. Okay. So deep down in their soul, they're feeling a friction. They're feeling a need to advance in life. They're feeling the weight and the burden. I see the 4 of Cups accepting this weight, and with the 4 of Swords in reverse, finally stepping out and taking one. You're like doing something to where I'm not crushed under the weight, under the pressure, right? That's happening in their subconsciousness. So it would be wise of you to kind of support that at this time. Then they'll see you as somebody that's actually on their team instead of somebody that's trying to stop what they don't even understand is going on in them. Let's go ahead and look for 2 cards for their conscious, please. 2 cards for the person that Cancer is dealing with. 2 cards for the person that Cancer is dealing with. Okay. It would be very, very easy to stop them. But do you want to stop the person that you love from growing or advancing or changing? And the Moon in reverse. All right. So consciously, some things are becoming a little bit more clear. Things have stopped hiding under the bed. Things are coming to the surface. They're understanding that the reasons why they had put it on the back burner for so long anyway. You understand? They're starting to see that they had already kind of held themselves back, kind of already stopped themselves, kind of already been walking on eggshells about the situation. But they have that strong subconscious push and pull to grow, to change, to become more complete. Bottom of the deck, 3 of Cups. They are coming across as very supportive to you in their mind, how they're showing face. A good friend, somebody to lean on, somebody to have a shoulder for you. But let's focus on them for a little bit. Let's not focus on our fear. Let's focus on supporting them or feeding them with more supportive, confident, you can do this. I support you. I think it's a great idea. While you're out doing that, I'm going to be doing this. You know, reassure them. Let them feel like it's okay. Bottom of the deck, I see that 4 of Wands in reverse too. So they're a little bit on unsure footing at this time. Just like in your advice, understand that it doesn't have to be 100% perfect all of the time. It's not it's not perfection that we are attaining. It's progress. Understand? So yeah, it's okay to be on a little bit of a shaky ground. No, that doesn't need to take precedence at all times. It's an understanding, it's a comprehension. Well, the seas are rough. Let me get the sails while you check the engine room. You understand? Like, and I know that analogy doesn't make much sense to you because a sailboat and with a motor. But anyway, just allow it. Allow it a comprehension, an acceptance, an understanding, and support, right? Be there for the person. It does not look like a third party situation at all. It looks like it's very much somebody you can trust and very much someone you can support, right? Let's get 3 cards real quick because I would like to see a summary for my Cancers. Please summarize this reading for me and my Cancers. Yeah. The Chariot, that's your card in reverse. Leads me again to believe that you're feeling a little bit of turmoil, a little bit of stuck. But we're going to break away from that old way of thinking. And we're going to come into a new, confident, strong way of thinking. I see the King of Swords in reverse. I do see a little bit. There is some past energy. Again, there's some past energy now. If you're not dealing with somebody that has previously done you wrong or betrayed you, then you're dealing with and bringing energies from past relationships into this negative thinking, this fear, this what is feeding this fear or this insecurity in you, right? But the energies on the table say that even if this was a past situation with this person, it is not the current energies or situation, right? I see the 8 of Cups. I do see a little bit. It's a walking away. It's an emotional walking away to find that 9th cup in your overall energy, right? Where I've got to release control. I've got to unbind myself. It could be a Capricorn you're dealing with. I've got to unbind myself from this control, this jealousy, this fear, this greed, this animosity, this anger, this sexual-based connection, and find something just a little bit deeper. The 7 of Cups in reverse right here in your overall energy says that you begin to see things just a little bit more clearly, that it's not all those other things. It is just this one thing. And that 9 of Cups. So as I walk away, and that's the only thing that's really stopping you with the Chariot in reverse, because when I picked it up, it wanted to come up in the upright after having expressed myself, that you need to get out of your own way, Cancer. You do it this time. And be the change that you want to see in the world. Stop having such an overly negative. I see that King of Wands in the upright again. See the understanding the difference of what your conscious mind is telling you at this time. Arrogance, act an ass, step out. They're cheating. They're doing this. They're doing that. They're not doing any of that. For God's sake. Just lead by example. Be confident. Be strong. Be steadfast in your actions and understand that things are coming to you at this time. And also understand that it's not going to be the easiest exercise. It's like stretching a rubber band, right? It's not going to be the easiest exercise. I'm not saying just snap your fingers and then it's fixed. No, this is meant to be tough. This is meant to be rough. This is separating the men from the boys. If you're female, I do apologize. It is just an analogy. But separate yourself from this is where we really check ourselves and understand in greater depth that the rewards of having a relationship, an infallible relationship, really does depend on months like this to show our worth. Yes? Very anxious, panic attacks, expect all of those things, and just find a way to expand your thinking. And If you'd like to know or see more, please like, comment, subscribe. Do hit the bell if you want to be informed next time I upload. And Cancer, thanks for stopping by at Jive Tarot.